Hi, good morning. So my name's Aaron, and I'm with I am Perfect Glass Window Cleaning. I've had a window cleaning business in Santa Cruz, California for the last 15 years, and just was really a fun lifestyle business to build, and got to really be part of the community there and the culture. And I'm still running that remotely here from Ketchum, and it's working out great. And I'm also expanding and starting to wash windows here in Ketchum, Idaho as well. And I really love what I do. And I love the business, I love the industry, I love my clients, I love my clients' dogs, all that good stuff. Washing windows is very much like it's very much a kind of a Zen art, you know, being in your body, efficiency of motion. It's a beautiful thing. And it's a lot of fun to go give estimates, talk to clients, and do these things. And I've always enjoyed, you know, when I work my craft, you know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and just kind of keep my mind sharp, my education going. And, you know, recently I listened to one book, I think it was Tim Ferriss, and he was talking about undercutting, or a race to the bottom. And he talked about, you know, like undercutting in business, like in window cleaning with price, there's a right price. I love the rednecks of Idaho. There's a right price, and it's really easy to come in. You can come in and go, oh, whatever your competitor is, I'm just gonna undercut them and give it a cheaper price and win work that way. And that is such a toxic way of doing business. It creates a lot of problems. The number one problem it creates, first off, it just demotes you as a window cleaner. The second problem is it lowers the standards of the industry as a whole. So now, if that becomes the new bar, where it's like, oh, there's this lowball rate and we're barely getting by, barely able to cover our expenses, we have to hire cheaper labor, we aren't, you know, making the money that needs to be made, yada, it's a snowball effect of problems. Now you're attracting shadier characters on your property, in your home, people that are gonna work for cheaper, that are a little rougher around the edges, that don't have their teeth fixed. I just chipped my tooth paragliding, and oh man, I can't even believe it. Yeah, I got a chipped tooth. I gotta fix that thing. You don't want that. You don't want a chipped tooth guy in your house. I mean, not to be judgmental or anything. I'm gonna get fixed, so don't worry. But anyways, yeah, one of my very first clients here in Ketchum, I gave a bid and I charged 10 bucks a window. That's the right price. It's industry standard. Inside and out and screen, $10. And I gave a bid, and she said, yeah, this other guy came out from another company, and he was really shady and just kind of sketchy guy. And he says, well, find out what the other guy's gonna bid, and whatever it is, I'll undercut it, I'll do it cheaper. And I'm kind of sad to hear that, though, that's what's going on here in Ketchum in the industry. And it just creates a toxic environment, and it messes up the industry, it messes up the service, and then ultimately it messes up who's at your house, what's getting done in your house. Now your windows are getting scratched, now people are doing sloppy, you know, it's all bad. It's all bad. Or people are even, you know, you can take it down the road even farther where people are needy and now they steal stuff, and it's just this like yucky thing. Anyway, that's what's on my mind today. I'm a little bit bummed that's what's going on in Ketchum in the window cleaning industry. And it's really hard, you know, when we're given estimates to these big giant homes, you know, I don't even know how much these homes are worth, when there's 135 windows on these homes. And I'm not even talking to the homeowners directly, I'm talking to the contractor or the property manager or the caretaker. And so there's just a disconnection. I really don't, it bums me out that I don't ever get to talk to the homeowner in the estimate process. And so the only thing that really seems to matter is price. It's like, oh, well, just send me a number, send me a price. And that's all they really care about is the price. And there's just so much more to the picture. There's so much more to our relationship, trust, who's gonna be in your home. Is this person, this company, are they gonna be on time? Are they gonna be reliable? Do they know what they're doing? Do they have the feel for when something is being scratched or to not be scratched, you know, and is there film or tint on windows? And just developing that trust relationship with your client where they can really trust you and know you and have that relationship is important. And understanding their level of expertise is important. There's just a lot of details to go over in terms of taking care of the home. Do we have the right kind of ladders to bring inside of your home? Are we not gonna damage your property while we're doing the work, you know, or we're not going to damage the glass while we're doing the work. There's just on and on and on. So many other problems that can happen by simply hiring cheap labor, banging out jobs, and picking the lowest number. So the real question is, do you want the right job done for the right price? Or do you want the cheapest job done at the cheapest price? So the question is, do you want the cheapest price and the cheapest job done? Maybe I should make that an option, like a menu option. Or do you want the right job done at the right price? And perhaps I could offer either or. I could offer a lowball price, and not to dramatize it. I know I'm dramatizing it. But on all honesty, right, the right price and the right job, they absolutely are guaranteed that the utmost care is taken for every piece of glass, that 15 plus years of experience of what it feels like. So you can tell people, don't use steel wool, don't use razor blades, yada yada, it's gonna scratch the glass. But what it really comes down to is the feel. And every piece, when I put my hands on the glass, you can feel how, if it's sticky or there's a lot of, like, when you're scrubbing it, if there's a lot of resistance, it's like, ooh, is this plastic, or is something wrong? Like, it should be very smooth. And you can tell the difference. When it's dirty, you kind of gotta clean it, you know, that's resistance. But anyway, so there's very much a feel that takes time to master, to understand, hey, this is how it feels to clean glass properly. This is what it feels like when you're scratching glass. I've heard of some horror stories of $300,000 remodeled new windows in these homes, and the window cleaner comes along and takes his terry cloth, which I don't use terry cloths, and picks up all the debris and does his thing, which I don't do that thing, and scratches the glass, I don't do that either, and goes to the next one and does the same. The entire house, it looks like spider webs, and there's just these, it looks like streaks. It's not like gouges, it's just this kind of faint, you don't see it all the time, but when the sun's right, you got those little, like, what are those little lines? Micro scratches. And with the new technology today in glass, they're doing e-coatings for the sunlight, they're doing different types of film. There's people are shipping stuff in from Germany, like super high quality mixtures of all different types of manufacturers, all different types of glass. And so it's not like it used to be in the olden days where we had this old wavy glass, it's bomb-proof, take a razor blade to it, and it's fine. I mean, it can be fine in certain glass, but not all. And you want to be careful who you hire. They're not just up there throwing scrapers around and scratching this stuff, and you might not see it right away. So anyways, there's very much a feel to knowing what's going on as you're engaging with windows. And I know it sounds, I don't mean to over glamorize it, but it's a thing. It's what I do. I mean, this is my job. This is what I'm an expert in. It matters. So I prefer to offer the right price and doing the right job versus and doing a cheap job at a cheap price. But if that's what, you know, the consumer is demanding, if that's all people want, then that's what I have to be able to deliver. So, you know, if there's window cleaners in Ketchum who are going around and intentionally just undercutting, it's just a race to the bottom. It's a race to putting yourself out of business, and ultimately a disservice to your client, or creating scenarios that just do not serve your client. It's like, I'm gonna be forced to do that if I keep getting outbid by these lowballers, and that's what ultimately the homeowners are asking for. So I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like, you got to change with the times, right? If that's what people are wanting, that's what people are demanding. When I came into the industry, those were not my standards. Like, I wanted to do the best job at the best price. And I like having a relationship with my clients. I like playing with their dog. I like doing a good job. I like knowing them over time and them knowing me. And we just have a relationship. We're just knowing people as people. And yeah, I'm the window cleaner. I come and do the windows. I enjoy that. And I enjoy that quality of service, of really going the extra mile and taking the extra steps to go, hey, you know, this screen, or I noticed this window starting to fail, and I'm really keeping an eye on the long run of like the ultimate maintenance over a 5, 10, 20 year period of like keeping this, you know, I'm the one that goes through and touches every inch of every window of your house, and am able to not only clean it, but keep you up to date. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on with this thing, or there's so many things. But anyways, that's the service I'd like to deliver. I gotta get this phone call.